Book TV is asking, what are you reading?
Well, I've selected a number of very interesting books. One was on Oprah's list that I want to read. It's called The Known World, and it's gotten great reviews. And it's more of the history of slavery. And I understand it's well written, and Oprah highly recommends it. So that's on my list. And keeping in that vein and wanting to know more about the history of slavery, I've gotten very interested in really trying to understand that period in our history. I have this wonderful book that is getting great reviews called Winch. And this really is interesting because it's about a summer resort that was where Wilberforce College is now. And it's about how some of the slave masters spent their summers there with some of the women slaves that they brought up with them. So I'm very anxious to read this. And what's interesting about this book is it is written by the wife of a young man that used to work here for me. And she is a PhD, I think, in American history. And she brought it to me and she signed it. And I'm very anxious to read it, and I'm very appreciative for the fact that she wants to know what I think about it once I've read it. And of course, my old friend who's since passed, Oliver Tambo, who was one of the leaders in the anti-apartheid movement. I was very much involved in freeing South Africa and headed up the committee in Los Angeles, and of course went to jail in an effort to make it known that we had to get rid of apartheid. And I met Oliver Tambo and I invited him to Los Angeles. He came and I spent time with him. And now one of my friends who worked with me, Nadine Hack and Jerry Dunphy, sent the book to me. Mm-hmm. And this is the first of a series of books about him, and I'm going to spend time reading about my great friend who was such a hero. And then, of course, my friend Bill Press, who I've known for many years. He's from California, one of the finest journalists, I think, in the country. He's written this great book about toxic talk, and you see here, how the radical right has poisoned Americans' airways. And he just had a book party, and I attended it, and I got this book, and he signed it for me also. And so I'll be reading about this book from my good friend. See, he says, from Maxine, my favorite member and my longtime great friend. Love you, Bill. And I'll read it, and then we'll have a chance to talk about it. So that's some of what I'm looking at to read this summer. And I'm looking forward to being able to talk with the authors of at least two of these books that I know.
For schedule information and descriptions of our programs, log on to booktv.org. You can click on the Viewer Input tab and email us. Tell us what you're reading and what you think of our programs.